This case is a case that to me has been extremely dramatic in a situation, in one way, in a way that this was a kid and he was 8 years old. And he saw somebody in the surroundings of Santa Monica. It's a group and they're very good, they're very professional. However, when you are so busy or you allow your schedule is that busy to the point that you start doing diagnosis in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so you look at the x-ray, this is it, without looking completely what are the repercussions, I said it in another episode, of extracting the tooth of an 8-year-old child, or when we have a little chance to save it, or 99% chance to save the tooth. Taking the tooth out of a kid of 8 years old, of a child, is gonna bring the lack of space, and when the other tooth comes from upstairs, the tooth was upper, and the permanent tooth is coming, and in the situation of my patient, this was the permanent tooth already. So if they take this permanent tooth, is the most important tooth of the mouth, number one. Number two, the teeth that they will come later, like these premolars, will come in a different way and create a lot of problems in the way that child is gonna be able to eat his whole life as an adult. It will create problems on the TMJ when we don't have a good balance on our bite. So what do we do in situations when we are in a big rush? Before you hear that said, you gotta extract the tooth and it's 3 minutes they took to say it, think about it as your doctor. If you trust them, come back and do the diagnosis again or seek a second opinion. And I'm sure we are very talented endodontists everywhere in the world, but sometimes if we rush, we can miss certain things. It can happen to me, obviously. So this kid have this dark area. When you look at this dark area in your x-rays, let's say you're in the dentist, and they said, oh my God, you have a big infection, right? So they look this space that could be resorption, internal resorption, that we're gonna talk in this season. We're gonna talk again about root resorption because it's very important you save your teeth. And the patient have an infection around this area, but sometimes we have a little canals here that are called Furca canals. So for you as a patient, if you look at it and your mom is there, then find someone who try to save your tooth, do a root canal first, and then keep going every 6 months to your endodontist, even if he charges you, or give me a call, you send me a message, send me the x-rays, and I will be very happy to do an assessment and help you if you have any questions. So this patient was with me for 10 years, coming to the follow-ups, and now he is an adult, is working, he's already graduated, and they send me, I don't have the x-ray here, but they send me often the x-rays to see, to let me know how happy they are that they didn't have an implant, because you cannot put an implant at 8 years old, and that they didn't have to place an implant, and they're very happy with the natural tooth that they have, and we're very grateful. So remember, every time they said, go and take your tooth out, seek a second opinion to be sure that we are in the right page. Take care, thank you for your attention, and don't forget to watch me next time for a like. See you next Monday.